Welcome everyone, this is AndresRestart, and this time we're going to be talking about the final character for the Fighters Pass for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, quick little disclaimer, most of my videos coming out this week are going to be of a more simplified format. I am moving out, so I don't have that much time, but hopefully they're still enjoyable. Once we're all moved in and settled in next week, there will still be videos coming out, hopefully even better with more frequency and more quality. But hopefully these videos will still be enjoyable. So on to the topic. The final character for the Fighters Pass. Who is it gonna be? Honestly, I think it's really hard to say. We do know more DLC is on the way, so whoever it is, that doesn't mean it's the end. There are still more characters coming, but for this final character, there are so many possibilities in my opinion. Now, there are some leaks that could perhaps hint at who it might be. Both Shifty and Bros.Ultimate have been saying that it's going to be Ryu Hayabusa. Now, Shifty, we know personally, he's been on the podcast, he's a friend of ours, and he has a pretty good track history. Just check out his channel. He leaked Marks as an actual boss for Smash Ultimate. He also leaked Piranha Plant before anyone else. And yeah, he has a pretty good track history, so if he's saying that he's hearing about Ryu Hayabusa, I take it very seriously. But at the same time though, he heard about this character for the fourth fighter in the Fighters Pass, and that turned out to not be true. It was Terry Bogard. But his sources are still adamant that Ryu Hayabusa is still coming. But there are other leakers suggesting something else. So I heard this from Papa Genos, and I'll put a link to his video in the description below, but he's apparently been getting messages from somebody who's been telling him about a whole bunch of Mii costumes, and a lot of them have been coming to fruition, and this person is also saying Crash Bandicoot. So maybe Crash Bandicoot could be happening. That would be pretty darn cool, especially considering the antagonistic history between Crash and Nintendo. It would be both poetic and ironic, and I would love it. So regardless of whether it's Crash or Ryu, I both think they're quite fitting. I think they both play a vital role with gaming history. They're third-party characters, which fits the pattern of the Fighters Pass. Every character in the Fighters Pass is a third-party character, and they are either really popular, like Joker, or they play a vital role with gaming history, like Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, and Terry Bogard. So Ryu Hayabusa or Crash Bandicoot would fit the bill. But apparently, a known leaker who has gotten a whole bunch of things right beyond just Nintendo things, a whole bunch of things, Sabby is saying this on Twitter. I am not leaning towards Ryu Hayabusa or Crash for Fighter Pass number 5. I'm not deconfirming them for Fighter 5, just considering them very unlikely based on some new private developments. I can't share anything else right now. Apparently Vergeban is also saying Ryu Hayabusa is not happening for the final character in the Fighters Pass. So we have these known leakers with pretty good track histories that are saying Crash Bandicoot and Ryu Hayabusa aren't happening. So then, what is happening? Well, the most likely bet is another third-party character that either A, is really popular by today's standards, or plays a vital role with gaming history. That still leaves many options, and I could give you a few names, maybe Doom Guy. After all, Bethesda and Nintendo have been in communications about Smash Bros. That's confirmed information. We don't know if it'll materialize into anything, but it is confirmed at least that Nintendo and Bethesda had discussions, and Doom is all over Nintendo Switch with a whole bunch of games, so maybe that could be happening. Another option is Resident Evil, maybe Leon S. Kennedy or Jill Valentine. Resident Evil has a great history on Nintendo, Capcom and Nintendo have a good relationship as well, so maybe that could be happening. There are other cool options, for example Lara Croft or Rayman. Now I know Rayman technically is a spirit, but in my opinion spirits don't deconfirm characters. There is no hard rule against that, but at the same time we don't have any proof that it could happen either, so you know, it's anyone's guess. My point is that there are so many characters, there are so many possibilities, we really don't know who it could be. So I can't really say with any confidence who the final character for the Fighters Pass will be. However, what I can say with confidence is that I believe the final character will be revealed at the Game Awards. Now why do I believe that? Now keep in mind this is just a prediction, right? I don't actually have any leaked information. This is just my own personal speculation that I believe with great confidence. The reason I believe it with such great confidence is just that there's a history of this happening. Last year at the Game Awards we got Joker, and if you look at the last few years at the Game Awards, Nintendo's had at least one major announcement, usually a couple, so I am expecting one of those major announcements to be the final character in the Fighters Pass for Smash Ultimate. That makes sense to me, not to mention that if you look at the timing, it matches up, because Terry Bogard, the fourth character, is slated to come out in November, so he will have been released and we'll know everything about him and we'll be playing him with him in November, and just a few weeks later, at the beginning of December, will be the Game Awards, and there will be some sort of Nintendo announcements there. What will they be? Well, I am working on another video, and I'll be talking about my actual predictions in detail about that one for the Game Awards related to Nintendo, but part of that is an actual Smash character getting revealed there. But when this character is revealed, who is it gonna be? I don't know, like I said earlier. But I do want to say, while I do think it's really likely to be a third-party character that plays some sort of vital role with gaming history or is really popular by today's standards, I think it's at least possible that our assumptions are wrong. There is no hard rule that it has to be a third-party character. The closest thing we have to a quote-unquote hard rule is what Reggie said, that whoever's in this Fighters Pass would be entirely new to Smash Bros. Sure, but that's also PR talk, you gotta take it with a grain of salt either way. It's still not a hard rule that all of these characters have to be third-party characters. And we also make the assumption that the final character can't match up with any previous publisher involved with the Fighters Pass. Like, we assumed because Sega and Atlus had Joker that there can't be another Sega character. We assumed because Heroes from Square that there can't be another Square character, or that there can't be another Microsoft character because of Banjo-Kazooie, or an SNK character because of Terry Bogard. Maybe. I think that is a fair assumption, but we don't know that for sure. Another assumption that people are making is that this character has to match up with the color orange because the other 5 DLC characters, Piranha Plant, even though he's not a part of the Fighters Pass, has a green background, Joker has red, Terry Bogard has blue, Hero has purple, and Banjo-Kazooie has yellow. The only color left of the 6 main colors is orange, so a lot of people are thinking that whoever this color is, it's gotta match up with an orange background. Maybe, but that's also an assumption. So my point here is that we can assume it'll be a third-party character, and I think that's a pretty good bet, but it's possible it will be something that a little different. One possibility is Geno. Now, Geno is technically a third-party character, and he is important to Nintendo fans. He's a long-time fan-requested character, but he's also another Square character, and he's not really that popular. So, a lot of people wouldn't predict him for the Fighters Pass. I'm not. I think he could happen after the Fighters Pass because more DLC is coming, but for this Fighters Pass, I don't think he's likely. But hey, maybe they feel like it'd be a good idea to have Geno in the Fighters Pass. Maybe. Another character that comes up that I think might happen if you just want to think about this as a DLC for a Nintendo game of Nintendo characters, Rex and Pyra, or Rex, Pyra, and Mythra. With the final Smash Direct, Sakurai said the reason they didn't make it into the roster was because of timing. Well, now it's the future, the timing is there. They could add them with the DLC. Now, personally, I think they're gonna happen, but beyond the Fighters Pass. But maybe, that little Mii costume of Rex they offered at the beginning when you bought the Fighters Pass was simply meant as an appetizer for the end of the Fighters Pass when you get Rex and Pyra. Maybe. That's a possibility, I think, but again, I don't think that's the most likely outcome. I think most likely it's going to be another third-party character, but I'm really just trying to cover my bases here because we love to make these assumptions about color theory and only one character per publisher and it being a third-party character, but these are not hard rules, so we can't say for sure. But anyway, my prediction is that it's going to be a character that will be third-party, that will be fairly known, somewhat important to gaming history, and this character will be revealed at the Game Awards. I guess we'll know for sure about my predictions in a month and a half. But anyways, everyone, what do you guys think? Who do you think could be the final character for the Fighters Pass? Let me know in the comments below. That's all for now, everyone. Take care. Bye.